Yo, what's going on guys, it's Bertrude, welcome back to the channel. So the Game Awards were last night and we didn't get any news or any trailer for the DLC. Everyone's sad face, everyone's miserable at the minute, but I'm here to cheer you all up guys. It doesn't matter, keep a smile on your face. I've got this video for you and these invasions are all based on the Wind Ashes of War. We're a level 50 build, we've got 38 vigour, 22 endurance and 36 strength. Pretty simple stuff really. In our flask we're using the Overleveled hardtail for the damage negation and the strength knot to boost our strength for a little bit more damage. And here's a quick look at the armour and talismans we're using on the build. We do have a shield on this build and we've got the parry option on it, obviously the wind based parry, and then our first main weapon is the spear and that one's got the Storm Caller Ash of War. Really good if you catch someone in it, get them in that vortex, big damage. Our next weapon is the halberd and that's got the Storm Assault Ash of War. Obviously another really good one, really effective stuff. Then we've got the Zweihander and that's got Storm Stomp, always reliable. And then finally we've got the Thrusting Sword and on this one we're using Vacuum Slice. Now I know that there's the other Storm Ash of War, is it Storm Blade? That would have probably been more fitting for the build, but I really like Vacuum Slice so I chose to go with that one. Then we've got the Misery Cord with the kick to finish the build off. And that's everything guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the content, but for now it's time for you lot to sit back, relax and enjoy the video. So here we go guys, we didn't get a trailer didn't we? We didn't get a trailer at the Game Awards, everyone's devastated. I stayed up till like 2:30 at night last night. I tried to stay awake for as long as I could to catch the trailer. But we got about halfway through the ceremony, me and my friend who was watching it online, and we both just couldn't keep our eyes open. I was like, I'm going to call it, I'm going to bed, I'll watch the trailer that's inevitably going to come out, I'll watch it in the morning, it'll give me something to look forward to. And then I woke up this morning expecting to see the trailer and all I got was bad news. Absolutely gutted, but it is what it is guys, we know it's coming out, we know it's coming, it's just a matter of time, we've just got to keep smiling and carry on. Don't get too sad about it. Watch this video here, see. We're using the Storm Ashes of War on this build. Really effective stuff. Great Ashes of War. I actually had this idea a long time ago to put this build together. This was before all of the Storm Ashes got buffed. But now everyone's using the Storm Ashes, so it's not really as original, but I still like it and it's a really effective build. Like look at this Dung Eater cosplayer here. He thinks he's the big man because he's got all that armour and all that defence and all that poise. But he can't deal with the storm guys, he can't deal with it. He's doing a good job at the minute, he's not taking loads of damage, I'm getting some good hits on him. But I think I've got his number, he's just a bit too fat, he's just a bit too sluggish. And I've got his number and I know what the plan's going to be. I'm just going to go to work with the storm guys. I'm going to make it a little bit windy. There you go, Storm Assault, Storm Stomp even. Not Storm Assault, that was Storm Stomp, and we just give him a stomp in his head and then we just do a nice little couple of big swings with the Zweihander and that's all it takes to get rid of that big boy. And now it's just me and his mate. Quick swap there to the old Thrusting Sword, Vacuum Slice. Oh, bish bash bosh. It's a good invasion boys. It's only a good invasion and we get a good old win. So yeah, just keep a smile on your face guys. Doesn't matter that we didn't get the trailer. It really doesn't matter. You just got to stay positive and remember that it is coming and just enjoy the game for what it is until then. Oh, look at that by the way. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You can't catch me. What a dodge there. What a dodge. I'm just Twinkle Toes. I'm just a dodge master. Vacuum Slice again. But he did a good job to dodge that himself to be fair. Because he's got no armour on so I think he's light rolling so it can be a little bit tricky to catch, but he's not that tricky because he's about to die, just as everyone is who comes against the Storm Master. So I just want to mention quickly where I got the initial inspiration to make this build from. I've mentioned this in my previous videos when I've been using this character, but I'll mention it again now just in case anyone's unaware. The inspiration for this character came from my all-time favourite fantasy novel, a book called The Name of the Wind. And if you've not read that book and you like fantasy novels, I highly recommend it. It's absolutely awesome. And in that book, the main character sets out to learn the name of the wind, because if you know the true name of something, it gives you power over it and you can control it and make it do your bidding. And in that book, he sets out to learn the name of the wind so he can control it for ultimate power. And that's what this character's done in Elden Ring. He knows the true name of the wind so he can control it and use it on the Ashes of War on all of his weapons. But we've got a cheeky little blue spawned in this invasion, guys. He came in to save the day, but he doesn't know about the wind parry. Oh, get parried all up in you. All up in you with the wind parry. I go for it again on the horse there and I look a little bit silly that time because I missed 2 attempts. But it's okay, guys, because we got the ultimate stylish parry on the old blue, on the old bloodhound Ash of War, when he came flinging himself towards us, and we break the horse shield here, switch to the misery cord, and it's just an easy win. And now I notice this other blues came in and he's got no top on, so I think he's a bit too hot and he needs cooling down, so I just give him a little waft here with the wind parry. Because he looks like he's hot because he's got no shirt on. So I just give him a little cool down, guys. That's all he needed. He just needed a bit of that good old wind in his face. Oh, now we've got another invasion here. And I've got the fire greases on this build, guys, because it's just good for a little bit of extra damage and it looks super stylish on the swords when you apply it. So yeah, it gives us a bit more damage and it just looks awesome. Now we're fighting the summon on the steps and he jumps down, so it gives me a chance to go for a big old drop off the top rope. Oh, and it doesn't matter because we just missed completely. Oh well, the slow motion effect was nice, and you know, if we would have landed that, it would have looked awesome, but I didn't land it, so it looked a bit silly anyway, but I don't mind. It's all for cinematic effect, innit? And look, we've got a blue in now, so we've got someone else we can give a little bit of wind to. Someone else we can give it a little bit of a breeze to. He needs cooling down as well, guys, so let's give him a bit of the wind. And let's bring his temperature down, shall we? Now I've got to confess, guys, I'm not the best when it comes to hard swapping, but you've probably noticed with the footage that is something that I try to do on this build. A few of my builds do work around the hard swaps, but generally it's not. Oh, look at that parry god, by the way. Parry, get parried, Mr. Blue. Oh, the ultimate parry there, the wind parry just owned you. Maybe not. Maybe not, but anyway, yeah, hard swaps. As I said, I'm not the best when it comes to hard swaps, but it is something I try to do on this build. I try to do it on a couple of my other builds as well, because it just makes for a nice play style. Usually, you know, I go into invasions and I have my kit that I want to use for that particular invasion, all on the character that I'm using. That's usually the style that I do go for. But sometimes, you know, hard swapping is a nice change of pace. It's a nice different way to do the invasions and set the character up. So yeah, it just makes a nice change, guys. You know, and it's good for variation because you can keep swapping out them weapons and swapping out those Ashes of War. So it's all right. It's quite nice. And as I said, this guy knows the name of the wind, so it makes sense that he's got them all to hand and he can use them all whenever he wants, whenever he feels like it. Or if he wants to, he can just get the big old spear and give him a big old spear alls up in him like we just did to that horse. Alls up in him with the spear. My god. It's just alls up in him, guys. That's all. And we're still on the spear here. And we're in the academy. And we've got this guy with the golden blowy bubble horn. And these two are doing a pretty good job of avoiding all my attacks. We're just having a nice little merry old dance between the three of us. I'm dodging, they're dodging, everyone's dodging and no one's landing. It's like the Matrix. It's like we're in the Matrix here, guys. Just call me Neo. I am the chosen one. And you can't hit me. You can't hit me because I can move really fast and I'm like blurry. I'm like dodging all your bullets. I'm dodging all your swings. But I mean, he hit me then. So, you know, I'll take that one. Well, a little switch to the halberd here. Storm Assault gets the horse really low, and I've just got to follow that up with a little pokey poke in his belly button. And me and the summon there just have a unanimous little agreement that was a good invasion with the old wiggles of justice. So, you know, that's good by me. I'm just a happy boy. Now, guys, this invasion, I've got to say that I invaded these two a couple of other times before this one, and this summon was massively overleveled. I can guarantee you that this guy was not level 50 by any means. He's barely taking any damage, so I knew when I spawned into this one, I've got to be on his ass. I've got to be alls up on him. I've got to be alls up on him, guys. I can't give him any space. You can probably tell by the way I went into this invasion straight from the off. I was straight on him. I'm trying to not give him any room to heal. That's the plan. I want to get him low and I want to keep him low because that's the only chance I've got of getting him out of the picture. I'm doing my best just to try and ignore the host. I don't want anything to do with the host right now. If I can avoid his attacks, that's enough. But I've just got to deal with this summon. You know what I mean? You do know what I mean, guys? I've got to take care of him. I've got to show him who's the boss because he thinks he's the boss, but he's not the boss. I'm the boss because I've got these big old wind dashes of war, and I just want to show him that you can't be a bully in the land between when the name of the wind master's knocking about. I've got to show him that that's not how we do things, and just a running attack here on the spear. Oh, and we do the job, guys. We do the job. Finally, payback. Now, it's just me and the host, and I think he knows that the outcome is inevitable. I kind of like dance around with him, let him heal up here. I'm trying to let him heal. I don't want to kill him, I want to taunt him a little bit, but he knows, he accepts his fate, guys. He accepts it. And there we go. We take him out with one big slow motion, lovely jubbly swing. And I was so happy with that invasion because, like I said, I fought those two before and that summon was an absolute nightmare. I've spawned into this invasion on the bridge with a big dragon, and there's some lonely old Kevin here on his own trying to just show the dragon who's boss. And look at him, he's a typical Kevin, fat rolling rivers of blood. But where's the host, guys? Where is the host? It looks like we've got someone who's just happy to sit back somewhere and let Kevin here, good old Kevin, just take care of the dragon while he just keeps his feet up and has a nice cup of tea and just watches from the sidelines. And we can't have that, can we? We can't have that. You can't buy the game to just let your mate play it for you. That's not how it works, my friend. And I'm not going to stand by and let that dragon just get bullied by that Kevin and his rivers of blood and his big old fat rolling fatty bum roll. No, we can't have that. And this host is absolutely terrified. Rather than fight me, he decides to run back over to the dragon here. And I'm sure the dragon's got a score to settle with him after he just sat back and let his mate bully the dragon with the rivers of blood. So, you know, who would you rather fight, dude? Me, little old red man, or this big old dragon who you just massively disrespected? I think you'd rather fight, you should have fought me, but, you know, you went and chose the dragon. And you chose death. Either way, it was death. Either way, it was death. It was just whether you wanted to die at the hands of an invader or at the hands of a big old angry dragon. You chose the dragon. You know, it was me and him, we had a good alliance, and I'm happy with it because you didn't deserve that one, mate. You've got to get involved. You can't let your friends just do all the work for you, can you? But, you know, we've got another invasion here, and we've got this duo. And I'm about to get robbed, guys. I'm about to get absolutely robbed. Look at this, we get a nice parry, and where is my damage? Thanks, Elden Ring. Thanks for the no damage riposte critical attack there. But it doesn't matter because we get him with a storm assault and we just annihilate him with the wind. We annihilate him with the wind, and even his friend was teabagging him at the end then, so he understands what just happened. Anyway, guys, this is the last invasion of the video. I hope you've had a good time watching. Remember, keep your chins up, keep on smiling. Don't worry about the lack of a trailer. We know it's coming. We know it's coming. We've just got to stay positive. Keep on invading, guys. Keep on enjoying the game. It'll come eventually, and when it does, it's going to be a happy, happy day. Anyway, look after yourselves, guys. Look after each other. Enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you all in the next video.